Thanks for staying with us. Now, a bit of health. Resident doctors of the Federal Neuro-Psychiatric Hospital, Yaba, are calling for government and parental action to stem underage gambling in Nigeria. This formed the theme of the scientific conference of their annual general meeting. Senior correspondent Jacqueline Ogo has details in our next report.
Psychologists say in the subconsciousness of all human beings, there is a deep desire to enjoy the good life, and that includes having money without necessarily sweating for it. Some persons try to actualize the desire by gambling. But research findings indicate the underage are taken to gambling globally. That's talking about teenagers below the age of 18. UNICEF puts the figure of adolescents engaging in gambling at 32%. Here in Nigeria, the Association of Resident Doctors of the Federal Neuro-Psychiatric Hospital, Yaba, Lagos, decided to make underage gambling the focus of the scientific conference of their annual general meeting.
Focusing more on the psychological implication, one of the problems it can cause is addiction. People can get addicted to gambling. And apart from being addicted, it can also cause other things like anxiety, depression, and can even tilt people into substance use behavior.
They will start having problems with their academics, the way they are going to school. It changes their focus, and at the end of the day, some of them would eventually drop out and not be able to do what they are supposed to do. Then we now have underage that are already going into debt. Debts that we are only talking about, our parents are the ones owing money. But now you are seeing a 16-year-old who is owing as much as 1 million naira because of gambling. And by the time they are in all of these things, they start getting into depression, and some of them start having suicidal thoughts and could even go ahead to try to kill themselves.
We need to go into the various schools. You can see the students on ground now. Educate them about the dangers of gambling in their lives, in the life of their family, in the life of the nation.
Lagos State regulatory body of Lotos says the law against gambling by the underage is very clear.
Under the rules and regulations of Lagos State, underage gambling is actually prohibited. Gambling is addictive in nature, and when you allow youth that our brain are just developing to participate in it, it has a detrimental effect on their growing up, most especially as to how their decision will be shaped in the future.
It's not like operators encourage underage gambling. There are so many factors that cause this, and maybe perhaps lapses in the system, where you find situations where sometimes parents are sending their children to gamble on their behalf, thereby exposing and introducing the children to a habit that otherwise they should not be aware of. In some cases, there are some agents who, because they're trying to increase what they make in terms of commission, they turn a blind eye to underage persons gambling in their retail outlets. It's more difficult for underage persons to gamble online because there are measures in place. You have to submit your IDs, but this we usually find in retail spaces.
With so much knowledge downloaded into the students invited, they advised their peers on the lines of safety.
I would advise my peers not to rush the world and copy what the adults are doing.
Gambling may put our life and education in jeopardy and influence other people around us negatively.
My advice is just try to stay away from bad friends. Basically.
Out on the streets, I tried to ascertain if underage gambling puts pressure on lotto operators.
Do the children win some money sometimes from you?
Yes, of course, but not every time.
We don't allow children from 18 upward. You can come and play.
When they come, how do you now handle them? Drive them?
No, they should go. No, I will tell them to go.
Medical experts say there is a portion of the human brain known as the prefrontal cortex, which aids proper decision-making. Teenagers do not yet have theirs fully developed. This, they say, makes it important to diligently guide them in decision-making.
The nation's economy may be in a tough situation at this time, but experts say parents, educational institutions, the government must make the underaged understand that gambling is not a solution because it has the capacity to displace a promising future. Jacqueline Ogo, TVC News, Lagos.